Hey, on the channel, it's not easy being cheesy with Jada Toys, Chester Cheetah.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Jada Toys unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got the latest and greatest from their CPG line, consumer packaged goods for those in the business. For the line here, of course, with Chester Cheetah from Frito-Lay. But for all your Chester Cheetah needs and a whole lot more, make sure you're hitting up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10% all in-stock items. Anything over $79. Does ship free. Got to get a deal out there. And Chester Cheetah coming to the collection here in a very fun, cool little line here from Jada Toys. We saw Frankenberry, we saw Boo Berry, we saw Count Chocula so far from some cereal lines, I guess, cereal figures. Now we're getting Chester Cheetah here, of course, very famous. I don't know if he's, I guess he is still around. He's still around, but not like he used to be in like the 90s. It felt like he was more in our face in the 90s. He was surfing, he was on skateboards, he was doing all kinds of stuff in the 90s. But man, it is very cool to get characters like this. It's a line that has never really been delved into, and I think there's a lot of opportunity for future things. I mean, you could go to Captain Crunch, would be an all-timer to get here. Tony the Tiger would be cool to get in this line as well. How about Ozito? Oh, shout out to Beanbo Bakeries, Ozito Bear. Very famous bear in a lot of parts of the country, of course. There's a lot of different characters and mascots for toy lines, food lines, things like that, chips, crackers, cookies, whatever you want to call it. There's a lot of ways you can go, and this is a pretty iconic one. There's no doubt about it. Frito-Lay being a big company, as we know, and Chester Cheetah being the face of Cheetos, Hot Cheetos, you name it, for many, many years, and a favorite of that old outlaw, that good friend of the channel, old outlaw up to the north, old Waylon Jennings. He loves himself some Chester Cheetah. Shout out to Waylon. Hey, Waylon, what's going on? But Chester Cheetah, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. Without further ado, let's see what old Chester Cheetah is up to right here. Beautiful box. Love the packaging design on these. Very, very cool. I guess when we think of Cheetos, we think of a bag of Cheetos, but I guess this is one of those family-sized box Cheetos, kind of what you pretended to be there. But of course, you got Cheetos on there. Cheetos logo at the top. Here's old Chester Cheetah on his skateboard. He's got the glasses on. Thankfully, he's got a helmet on. You got to protect yourself. Says action figure 13 and up right over here. Very cool. He got his autograph down there. I always like those Cheetos paws. Do they still make those? When I was a kid, I remember, oh, these paws are really good. I was all in. I was all in. On the side, you've got this little warning label, kind of the ingredients label. Very cool how they do this, saying 1/12 scale action figure, includes accessories, one head, hand, two hands, of course. Cheeto, one bag of Cheetos. Serving size, one figure. Retro styling. Points of articulation, 20. Very, very cool. I like that. And then you get the action figure on the side. Little glamour shot there. Cheetos with the J-hook on the top. Jibber Jabber UPCs down there. And on the back, a little bit more going on here. Does it say Frito-Lay anywhere on here? I'm kind of surprised it doesn't. Or PepsiCo at least, or something. I don't know. Maybe I'm just missing it, but I'm kind of surprised it doesn't say something like that in there. Glamour shot on the side, very NECA style boxing, but man, displays really well. I can see a lot of people leaving this in the box, of course, but not me. We're closing the book, and we're going to unbox this bad boy right here. That's what we're going to do. See what old Chester Cheetah is up to here. And as we do know, we've heard this many times throughout the years. It is definitely not easy being cheesy. We learned that from Chester Cheetah many, many moons ago. And we're going to find it out today. It looks like I got some Cheetos Puffs or whatever those things going in the background, I guess. Who knows? See you later. Goodbye. See you later, Craig Hodges at the three-point line. Oh, shout out to Craig Hodges. If you know, you know. There he is. Plastic Prison. Chester Cheetah looking pretty good. Looks like we got a couple of twist ties here. Like a young Todd McFarlane, of course. Got to have a couple of twist ties. Got kind of that sandwiched in. Oh my gosh, we're taped in too? Oh, no, we're not. Yes, we are. No, we're not. Yes, we are. We're clipped in. They got the bubbles clipped together. See you later. Goodbye. Get out of here. All right. Can we get all this out? There's one. There it is. There it is. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. Oh, is he locked in? Oh, he's locked in at the fingertips. I've never seen such a thing. You don't see that very often. Locked in at the fingers, not the wrist. There it is. All right, we are free. It's time to get really cheesy. See you later. Goodbye. And we're going to dive into these accessories, push these little ties off to the side, and let's jump into the accessories first. And we got one big Cheeto. How about this? You know, my kids eat a lot of Cheetos. They love a good Cheeto, of course. Flaming hot, usually. That's what the kids like these days. I'm a Takis man myself. Oh, shout out to Takis. But it is a Cheeto. I should mix this in Emma's Cheeto jar. You know, she's eating a thing or a bowl of Cheetos, and I'll dip this in there, and she'll eat it all. It'll be an all-timer. She'll bite into this, and like I'll break her teeth off. Then the joke will be on me. I'll have to take her to the dentist. Maybe I'll rethink that one. But interested to get a big old Cheeto here for Chester Cheetah. I don't know. But I do like this bag of Cheetos right here. Crunchy Cheetos, looking good. Now, are we going to get a repaint in the Flaming Hot Cheetos edition? It'll have all Flaming Hot Cheeto stuff. Maybe a different color scheme to him. Could we see that? Who knows? I wouldn't be shocked. But you do get the bag of Cheetos. This would be great, though, if you're a NECA collector, wrestling figures, whatever. You could have a bag of Cheetos with whatever figure you want it to be. You want to put it with Hook? Put it with Hook in your AEW line. I do like that. That is pretty cool. Now, he does got two kind of hands. He's got two wild man hands out of here. I don't know what he's going. He's got one of these kind of things going on. He's got one of these kind of things. What's he up to? What's he doing? I don't know what he's up to, but he's got these crazy hands like this. He's just going to do these things. Who knows? He might be in for a good time later. I don't know what Chester Cheetah's up to. But he does got two gripping hands, so you can grip, of course, the chips. You can also grip the Cheeto if you need to. Got the spots on there. You know, a leopard never changes his spots. Either does a Chester Cheetah, I think. But we got two extra hands. Now we're going to dive into the Cheeto man himself, old Chester Cheetah. Got the big old head on Chester Cheetah. Looking good. He's got that patented orange color that we know so well. Got some very sharp whiskers off to the side, which is nice attention to detail. You got spots all over the place, and of course his iconic sunglasses looking good. Little teeth showing in the front, on the side, little goatee going on at the bottom, little fluff in the back, orange and white attack looking good. All day long, though, somebody hands me this head. Who is this? Oh, it's Chester Cheetah. What's he doing here? That's what I would say, and we got that going there real good. And then we got a second head. Very, very similar, but total closed mouth edition. Same kind of nose, same kind of whiskers. I think it's pretty much the same except for the front. You want some teeth showing or no teeth, choose your own Chester Cheetah head adventure. You could do it right here, but I think I like the one with teeth. A little extra personality there for me. Of course, articulation is one thing. Head's removable, big articulation. He's got a huge head, as you can see, but tons of up, tons of down, side to side, all around, all the way around if you need to. Plenty of articulation right there. We also get some neck articulation on top of the head articulation. Arms do go all the way around for us as well. Single jointed elbow, big range of motion there, up and down, side to side, flapping his wing. Hand removable, back forth, side to side. Waist articulation. Big old splits, of course. You got a tail, goes all the way around. Love the spots on the tail, the very black at the end. Leg does go up. Single jointed knee. We got the thigh cut. A lot of articulation with this guy here. We do got a side to side of the boot cut, ankles back forth, up and down, side to side. So plenty of articulation. A little surprised we didn't get a skateboard with him. I do have a couple extra, like those skate decks, you know, those packs you get in like the Hot Wheels aisle. My kids had some of those and they're just kind of floating around in my stuff. So I might grab one of those and I may display him on one of those skateboards. I'll see if I can dig one of those out and I might put it in the glamour shots. We'll see what happens with that. But looking good. One thing to note on his fingers here, he's got the Cheeto dust. Oh, watch out for that Cheeto dust. He's got that on his fingers. And I know if he was a real animal, he'd be licking that off. And I know if I had it on my hands, I'd say, Lemmy, hey, stop. No, I'd call my dogs over and they would just go to town. They would clean that off my fingers in a heartbeat. If I ask, they're very obedient. I give one of those and they'll do whatever I say. But very interesting. I like that. I don't think... Yep, we do, actually. So his right hand is obviously his Cheeto eating hand because he's got it on this side, too, but not on the left side. So the left side, nice and clean. Right hand, all about them Cheetos at the end of the day. Love the shoes on him as well. Kind of a Converse type look there. The white and orange looking on brand. And then look at that. Even got the paw prints on the bottom through the shoes. I think that is pretty cool attention to detail as well. These are very, very fun figures. There's no doubt about it. Very classic, very iconic, and dare I say very nostalgic figures as well as what these ones are. I will say, too, the orange on the waist, I guess, the hips and all this, a little lighter. The tones don't quite match 100%. It's not terrible, but if you look at it, you can see a little of that. But besides that, it does look pretty good. Now, he's not going to fit on a ringside collectible stand because he doesn't have a hole in his foot. So we're not going to get any stand tests with this one here. But good articulation, good body, good looking figure. I like this for what it is. I think it is pretty good, and it's very reminiscent, of course, of yesteryear, of me eating Cheetos and, you know, doing kid things, and you get a bag of chips at the gas station or something. It's very reminiscent of that in simpler times. And I have to think all the PepsiCo Frito-Lay employees across the world, you think they'd want this in their collection. If I worked for Frito-Lay and I had my office, I'd have this sitting on the corner of the office there. I'd be like, yeah, there you go. They should be selling this on, like, the Frito-Lay gift shop or something, or the place you go to buy t-shirts and things like that. If you're an employee, they should have something like this, because I think it is pretty cool to represent what you do for a job. So shout out to, I guess, the Frito-Lay guys that need a Chester Cheetah in their collection. But we will bring out the rest of the gang here, of course. We got Count Chocula, San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, Boo Berry. He does glow in the dark. He will be in my glow in the dark closet one of these days. We're going to work on that one day. And then, of course, Frankenberry. So we got quite the murderer's row right here. Would love to see Captain Crunch next. That was always my childhood favorite cereal. Even if it tore up the roof of my mouth, I didn't care. I was still eating the Captain Crunch, and I would love to have him a part of this. Tony Tiger would be a good one as well. Talked about the Beanbo Bear Ozito. I'll bring him into the mix as well. Who else could we bring in? I guess there's probably a ton of them if you sat there and thought about it for a while. The Kool-Aid Man, that one rolls off the tongue right away. Kool-Aid Man would be a good one in this line. I think there's a lot of different fun ones. Hey, let's get the Gorton Fisherman. That's who we need. Get us the Gorton Fisherman. There's a lot of figures we could get out of these lines. A lot of iconic CPG, there's that word again, consumer packaged goods industry favorites that would go great in here. So we'll see. But you guys shout it out in the comments. Who would you like to see made in this line? Is there anything you can think of? Let me know your thoughts in the comments on Chester Cheetah and that, of course. And don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We got videos every single day and then some. Of course, we got 2 YouTube channels going. Make sure you do like, comment, subscribe on both channels. It always helps the channels grow. We're growing every single day, as you can imagine. And then, of course, don't forget about the Patreon. Early access to both YouTube channels and the best way to support the channel and all the content it does bring. You can also support channelpresentatees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. And don't forget social media. SirPaul64 on the X. The _Kyle_Peterson on Threads and on Instagram. So for Chester Cheetah, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.